All right, so today we're going to talk about a little bit of background for our Native American literature unit. So as we get into this, we're going to be focusing on three types of stories. We have myths. A myth is a traditional story from a particular culture. It typically deals with a deity or god or gods, as well as a human hero. Okay? And it explains why things happen. Explains things that cannot otherwise be explained, right? Why is there lightning in the sky? Because Zeus is tossing around lightning bolts, okay? That is a myth. We also have trickster tales. So the Native American trickster tale is very much like a European fairy tale in that they teach a lesson, okay? They challenge the established order of things, with the trickster typically bending others to his or her will. So we'll be covering a trickster tale in this unit as well. And then we also have tribal songs. So tribal songs are a cultural expression that contain the wisdom of a people through performance. Because there was no written language, these were very important in passing down cultural heritage. Okay, so these are the three types of stories that we're going to be dealing with. Some literary devices to know. You want to know what a narrative is? Very simply, a narrative is a story. It can be fiction, nonfiction, a poem, a play, whatever. It's all a narrative. This next one is easy. Chronological order. Chronological order is simply recurring events in the order in which they occur. And then we're going to make this a different color. Stand out. We want to talk about theme, which is essentially the central message of something. A common theme in Native American literature is a reverence or respect for nature. That's something that's going to be important when we get into our project. So, what types of theme do we have? We have a stated theme. Very simply, it is presented directly. All right? This is a story about why you shouldn't lie. Okay? Implied theme, a theme that must be implied, right? Or inferred, I guess you could say. They don't come out and tell you what it is. You need to figure it out. And then a universal theme, this is something that would be understood by most cultures, right? So there you go. More literary devices to know. We're going to start with voice and then come back up to allegory. So when we talk about voice, the voice determines the point of view. And we have different types of point of view. So let's go down here. So in first person, the narrator is inside the story. And we know that it's first person because we're going to see these sorts of pronouns. So you have the story, and the narrator is inside. They really only know their point of view. That is first person. We have third person limited. All right. Narrator is outside the story, and they know what's going on with one, maybe two, three characters. All right. So you have the story, and the narrator knows what's going on with one person, basically, one of the characters. And then, of course, we have third person omniscient. So the word omniscient literally means all-knowing, okay? So again, narrator is outside the story, but they know what is going on with all the characters. So in third-person omniscient, you have the story, the narrator's outside, but they know what's up with everybody, okay? So those are the different types of voice. And then, of course, we want to talk about allegory. An allegory is any work of art. It could be a narrative, a poem, a painting, a sculpture, a song, a dance, whatever, that could be interpreted to reveal a hidden meaning, usually social or political. So some famous allegories are Animal Farm is a good one, or The Crucible, which we're going to read this year. Different types of allegories, and we'll talk more about them when we get to it. So this is all we need to know to get into our Native American unit. Let's hit it.